Newcastle kept going and the game was so open that there was never a feeling that the scoring was over. Gordon came close to finding a second equalizer when he danced past Casemiro but dragged his shot inches wide of Andre Onana's far post. It took a Ten Hag substitution to take the game away from Newcastle again. Hojlund had been dropped for this game but his impact was instant when he came on, holding off the challenge of Burn to beat Dubravka with a firmly struck right-footed shot. Hall's effort from distance set up a tense finale but there was no further drama and Howe's men must wait to secure a top-7 finish. Ten Hag and his players retained that hope and now have some cheer to take them into the FA Cup final against Manchester City. Ten Hag addressed the crowd on the pitch following what was Manchester United's final home game of the season. On behalf of the players, staff and myself, I want to thank you all for the brilliant support during the season, he said. As you know, it was not an easy season but one thing remained constant. That was the backing from you for the team, but this season is not over yet. First, we travel to Brighton where we go for 3 points and then we go to Wembley, and I promise you that those players will give everything, to get that cup and bring it back to Old Trafford, and we are sure that you will be there supporting us. We thank you. You are the best supporters in the world. Thank you, I see the positives. I see that this team is developing, Ten Hag told Sky Sports. I know the reasons why we are not performing. No team will perform when the whole back four is not available across the season. The holding midfielder is not available. Even the striker, Rasmus Hojlund, 3 times injured. Marcus Rashford also injured. We have had our problems across the season and that has a negative impact on the results. But down the line, you see players performing, you see players progressing, like the youngsters, and that is very positive. There is high potential in this club. We all know. People can see. Kobbie Mainoo. Garnacho. Diallo. Hojlund. There are players who have the class, together with the experienced players with the class, like Bruno, for instance. Andre Onana, I can keep going. Licha Martinez. Luke Shaw. You can say also that Diogo Dalot is playing a fantastic season. Scott McTominay also has had a very good season. There are many positives in this season but I cannot mention this. Do you know why? At the end of the day, we have to win trophies. And in the Premier League and the Champions League. We did not perform how people expect of us. Gordon was caught by Amrabat inside the penalty box in the first half and the result was a tear in his sock and damage to the back of the winger's ankle, but the contact was not deemed sufficient to warrant an intervention from VAR. I have watched it back and it is a clear penalty, Gordon told Sky Sports. I do not mind the referee getting the decision wrong on the pitch, but I do not understand what the point of VAR is then. It is there to correct mistakes. Amrabat goes down my Achilles and then pushes me in the back. Casemiro gets the ball but there are 2 fouls before that. I just don't see the point in VAR. I knew straight away. That is why I did not appeal because I did not mind the ref not giving it. It is fast. But I will wait for the VAR to check. You can see me tell my teammates it is a clear penalty, then we carry on and I have got no sock left. How can that be possible? The controversial call comes after Wolves revealed that they have called for a Premier League vote to scrap VAR for the 2024-25 season. It will need 13 other clubs to agree for the change to happen. Gordon's response, when told, was interesting. It is a big decision, he said. I am actually quite fond of it. I am fond of the idea. It should work, but it is not. There is constantly too many mistakes. We missed too many chances to blame anything else, but we could go 1-0 up and the game changes. It is a clear and obvious mistake. I do not know how you can get it wrong. Either get rid of it or get better. It is simple. Match in stats. Newcastle's games have seen 141 goals this season. It is the 4th most of any side across a single campaign in the Premier League and the most since Liverpool in 2013-14. Manchester United have conceded 58 Premier League goals this season, their most across a single campaign in the competition. Rasmus Hojlund scored his first Premier League goal as a substitute, while his strike came just 106 seconds after being introduced, marking the 8th quickest substitute goal in the competition this season. Amad Diallo is the youngest African player to both score and assist a goal in a Premier League match since Kelechi Iheanacho for Leicester against West Brom in March 2018. Anthony Gordon is only the 4th Newcastle player to score home and away goals against Manchester United in a Premier League campaign. What's next? The final day of the Premier League season sees Man United visit Brighton on Sunday, kick-off 4 p.m. Newcastle's last push in their chase for European football sees them visit Brentford at the same time.